I'm actually one of Nick Kroll's only friends that wasn't put in this movie. But it's very good to be here. I wanted to just not welcome you, but thank you for staying around for this Q&A. We would love to take some questions about the film. How about a hand for the cast, the director, the crew, everyone that put this together. And now, you know him, you love him, I know him, I love him, I went to college with him, and you went to college with him too. Please welcome the star and producer of Adult Beginners, Nick Kroll, everybody.
Thanks, Josh.
You like a canvas chair?
I love a canvas chair. I like it. Do you like you will call it a canvas chair, not a director's chair?
No, I'm not a director.
No, you are not. No, you are
Once
not.
I'm in the PGA, I'll switch over to that term.
John lobbied to direct the movie.
I wanted it to be a multicam.
Yeah.
I thought that would work much better.
And he kept pitching multicam, not even jokes, just like angles to shoot. I said, John, we're not shooting it on a stage.
You want to enter through that door, and then we will applaud, and you have to explain to me this wasn't Full House.
Yes, so...
Well, these guys are back.
Yeah, you're back. Welcome back.
Welcome back, walking with a purpose.
Did you, this is, The Purpose?
He was walking with a purpose.
Oh, I think you said, welcome back to The Purpose, and that was like an undercover Scientology
well,
joke.
everyone knows this theater is owned by a cult, and it's owned by The Purpose, of which I am one of the founders.
You are.
Very true. Oh, this guy.
He's back. Look at the cheer.
Thank you.
Look at the motivation. Look at
How's a
that.
hand for our friend?
Yes. Our dear friend who we went to college with, and we're excited to be back all together here.
I am really just here to help take some of your questions.
Well, that's a great question, John. I'm the niece of a very wealthy robber baron, and that's how I came up with the idea for the movie.
And now the Q&A is over. Nick, congratulations.
Thank you, John. So John and I, you are not in this movie.
No, I'm not. Mike Birbiglia is.
Yeah, we went to college with Mike Birbiglia.
Yeah.
Went to Georgetown.
Greg Johnson is.
Greg Johnson's a New York comedian.
You like me, started with you all at the same time.
Yep.
Bobby Moynihan is in the movie.
We all auditioned for Mike. Mike just went out.
Mike's went out.
The three of us auditioned for Saturday.
Yeah, Bobby Moynihan and Nick and I all started at UCB at the same time.
And we auditioned for Saturday Night Live the same.
Yeah, we all auditioned at the same time.
Yeah. And
Bobby got it, and I was hired to not be on camera.
Well, they give you they put you on camera a few times.
2 times. Is 2 a few?
A couple.
A couple
They
times.
They put you on the show a couple times.
These people are walking out.
We're about to tell some stories about Chevy and Gilda.
We feel Saturday Night Live has not been discussed enough.
Yeah, finally, the opportunity to tell some stories about what happened in Studio 60.
But sincerely, Nick, congratulations. You
Thank
worked
you.
on this for a long time. This was an idea you conceived. It was written by 2 great screenwriters.
Yes.
It was directed by an amazing director, Ross, who I got to meet at the screening here.
He's a sweetheart, isn't he?
He's a sweetheart.
Ross Katz was a producer for many years before he became a director. He directed a very serious movie before this called Taking Chance, which is a Kevin Bacon movie about a Marine returning a fallen Marine's body back to his home in Wyoming. Weirdly, the town, Du Bois is the town I lived in as a younger man, which is why I gave him the job. No, but he's a very sweet guy. I feel weird, John, like I'm sort of like goading you. I'm sort of making you feel silly for whatever you're doing in the moderating, and then I'm left to my own devices, not doing much with it.
Right. And you asked me like 2 hours ago to do this.
Yes, and you're very tired. You've been on the road, and I've brought you here, and I'm kind of being like, great question, you fucking idiot.
I'm so excited to stand and talk in front of the ArcLight.
I know. This has been exciting.
I really do appreciate everyone that works.
Thank you guys for having us here.
I said my friend,
don't applaud for them. Just listen to us saying thank you.
A friend of ours named Jonah Ray, who's a comedian, was an usher at the ArcLight.
That would make sense.
I told him once. I said, you know, after the ushers speak, I always yell "thank you," and he said, "Oh yeah, we always found that really condescending." So now I know that.
If you guys want, John is currently an usher at the Sunset Lamley.
Yeah, I'm at the Lamley now.
There's sort of like a Velcro suit that popcorn will stick to.
Look, there's a Trader Joe's, there's a spa, and then there's movies you've never heard of.
Will you go to a veggie grill?
I have never been to a veggie grill.
All right, so let's open it up to you guys.
Yeah. I did see Andrew Dice Clay once at a Baja Fresh, but tonight's about adult beginners. Are there any questions that I can repeat into a microphone for Nick Kroll? Yes, you sir, way in the back.
Thank you. I'm originally from Larchmont, New York.
Oh, wow.
And I know you're from Rye.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just curious why you decided to set New Rochelle. I mean, New Rochelle's a great town too.
Why New Rochelle? You're from Rye. He's from Larchmont.
Now, right, so...
You knew where he was from.
I know the town. I know what Larchmont is. It's a town named... Why wouldn't I have said it in the town where he's from? It's a slight. What you're saying is it's a slight.
Yeah, you knew he was from there.
And I
you were mean-spirited.
I was very hurtful in my city choosing. The truth is, it was personal. Go eat shit. The truth is, I didn't want to set it in Rye. New Rochelle, what I liked about New Rochelle was it's genuinely economically diverse. So you could be a middle-class kid and be friends with super rich kids, but also friends with, or just be in a school where there were super poor people as well. New Rochelle, White Plains both have much more diverse economically, and I liked Jake coming from like a middle class background, but also aspiring towards like more wealth around him. And then we chose specifically New Rochelle because we just found the house that we liked there. It was weird, and New Rochelle's a pain in the ass about permits. So next time we're shooting in Larchmont. I'm writing a movie called Walters, and it's about Walters hot dogs, which is a delicious it's a filleted hot dog. And what they'll do is they'll put it on a grill. And
are you writing it, or are you eating hot dogs while talking into a dictaphone about it? Because last time I came over.
Well, I write verbally. Mm-hmm. And I eat hot dogs. Next question.
We cleared that up. Next question. Yes, you, sir.
Hi, Doug, class of 2015.
Hi, Doug. How are you?
I'm so good. This is a question for both of you guys. Now that you've done feature films, would you guys want to do TV shows with your names in them?
Mm-hmm. Doug, hilarious question. Congrats. Not well researched. John, you haven't been in many feature films, have you?
I have been in 0 feature. Have I been in a movie, Anna? No, never. I've never been in a movie. I auditioned for one though.
How'd that go? Was that good?
It wasn't too good.
Which one did you audition for?
I mean, like all of them.
Yeah. The only 2 shows that John's been a regular on are his show and my show.
Yeah, my show and my best friend's show. And everyone else told me to take a hike. Doug, do you have another question? We'll give you
no, I don't want to. I'm done with Doug. I already feel like he wants to be funnier than we do, and so I'm done with him.
He's wearing a leather
thank
jacket,
you for
and
coming.
I believe he's wearing a yarmulke.
And he's wearing a yarmulke and a leather jacket. He's a cool Jew.
Yeah.
He's a cool Jew. He's got
Henry
lady. Is that your girl or is that a friend? No.
No, why are you not sitting close to him? I wonder why. Ma'am, right in the front.
Yes, how did you come up with your cast?
We brought the script. I wrote it. I produced it and conceived of it, and then brought it to Rose first because we needed to cast that and my sister. And we got incredibly lucky that she agreed to do it. It's very rare that I think the first person you go to on one of these things says yes. So we sat down at the 101. It's a little local color.
Franklin.
I did eggs and bacon.
I'm allergic to eggs.
Jason Mantzoukas over here. It's like a regular Jason Mantzoukas here.
Everyone knows that Jason Mantzoukas is allergic to eggs.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
But I sat down with her, and she was like, I like this. It would be fun to do. And I said, great. She's like, the part for my husband in the movie feels like feels like it was like written for my boyfriend to play. I said, who's your boyfriend? She said, Bobby Cannavale. And it's like, we wrote it for your boyfriend. We had genuinely written it for Bobby, and
did you know they were together?
No, we didn't know they were together. But Liz Flayhock, one of the screenwriters, had written on Nurse Jackie and done a lot of theater with him, and so we genuinely wrote it, and it just happened to. So he signed on 2 days later, and then after that, it was genuinely just calling in favors throughout. So just figure out who was in New York, who could fly in for 2 days, and we really cast the majority of the movie off of my relationships, the people who I think are the best feature film actors.
Thank you.
Together, we were able to get our financing, we were able to get it sold at Toronto, and it's honestly just the persistence, the overall persistence of, I brought this idea to, I had the idea for the movie, I brought it to Mark Duplass, my co-star in The League, like 3.5 years ago. And then it's just been chipping away at this thing ever since then. So we got very lucky. The other thing was the weather in New York. We were shooting in the dead of winter in New York last winter. We were getting like 10 inches a week, and like New Rochelle, again, the city of New Rochelle would take our permit away because they didn't want cars out there, and they were being difficult locations, and that was, the weather was the most physically complicated thing about it. Like the pool stuff we shot, the heater in the pool broke, so we were in there for 2 days, and it was like 65 degrees in the water, and there was no moving it around, there was nothing we could really do.
All right. Next question. Yes, you, sir.
Yeah, so you've done the stand-up, and you've got a TV show, and you've several TV shows, and now that you're doing feature films, how do you find that the production schedule compares? How do you make that work?
It was this was a 22-day shoot, and we did it. I had finished Kroll Show, and then shot The League and edited Kroll Show. Did a mini tour, and then went to New York for like 3 days of pre-production, and then shot for a month, and then flew back and started like a week late on writing Kroll Show. And then luckily Ross, my director, the director of the movie, was able to usher through the editing process, and then I would get involved, at like for notes and stuff, but I didn't have to own it entirely at that point. And like we had so it was a tight window. It just worked. Like Rose and Bobby just shot Annie. They were about to go shoot Spy together, the Melissa McCarthy movie. That was our little window, and it worked that I was able, because of my show, to push a little bit further down the line.
Did it stick to 22? Did you have to?
Yeah, we lost the Day to the Snow entirely and made it up on a Saturday. But yeah, we did 22. The producing my own show was incredibly helpful to prepare for something like this. You just get used to problem solving and a ton of decisions. I had something funny or interesting to say. I don't remember.
Well, is this why you were in Korea in The League this year?
No, that was more my show. That was why it was more just dealing with the logistics of my show. Oh, this is what it was. So when we shot, we cut the movie, and then we had a screening in New York and a screening in LA for friends and family. That was the most terrifying of all. We were in a like 30-person theater, and it was John and all of my closest friends and who were peers, closer friends. I'm sorry, did I say closest? I meant closer friends than John. John's currently 29 on the top 30 comedians, friends of mine. It's you.
I know I'm 6 behind Childish Gambino.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
He's 23.
And then Donald Glover's 22.
Yeah.
Enough.
I switch him up. Right. But there was a period where John, 3 years ago, where he had cracked the top 10. So I don't want to forget that. He was top 10 comics to watch who were friends with Nick Kroll. And
I ruined the Seder of it. It's a long
it was a
story.
long story, which mainly involved him falling off the wagon. And
I drove a Miata into a Seder, and that's all you need to know.
yeah. So, but we screened it, and that was when we had notes, and so like John and a few other friends like sat with me afterwards, and we just talked about how we could fix it. And like that opening Kickstarter video we shot during Kroll Show. Like the jacket I'm wearing in that I stole from Aspen. It's from the blazer that Aspen's wearing in Dunch. So there were that was the closest thing we came to a reshoot, which was, but it was very helpful being able to talk to John and a few other friends about it.
Okay, other questions? Yes, you sir, right up front.
Yeah, hi, my name's Gerald. I'm a big fan of the Kroll Show.
Thanks, Gerald.
And I have to ask, do any of your new projects involve a publicity movie or TV show? Because that would be amazing.
Oh, nicely done on the bookend there, finishing off with an amazing. They asked if there were any plans for a publicity movie. It's been really tough to get in touch with Liz. She moved back to Pennsylvania, and so I don't know. I hope we'll do some more stuff with. There are a couple characters that feel like John and I are still hoping to do more stuff with George and Gil. And I would love to do more stuff with publicity. It's like, it's a little weird because I have a beard right now. But yeah, I think so. I do have trouble imagining doing like a full feature-length film because like I can't do more than 3 days with her because my skin, like shaving every day is, I'm such a pussy, but it's horrible being a woman every day. It's not horrible. You're all amazing for doing it, but it's very tiring and hard to be a woman every day. It's exhausting.
Wow, how brave. Also, shave your beard. I like how, like, well, I couldn't make the movie. I had this beard right now. Shave the fucking beard.
I can't.
I can't do it.
Contractually, I'm locked into it.
I'm following Leviticus.
John knows more about Jewish shit than even.
I think it's called Judaism, formally.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect example of it.
Other questions?
We're all good. No more questions.
Anyway, last questions. You can ask Nick Kroll, this guy right here.
So what's next then? Do you have another show in the works? Do you want to do more film? I thought that was a very nice effort.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like that measured, fair compliment. It's fair. Thank you. I'm going to shoot a little movie in Cleveland with Jenny Slate and Adam Scott, which I think will be cool. And there's a couple of shows that I'm starting to develop, but like the goal would be able to. I like having a period of time to have some more variety of stuff versus just like Kroll Show was pretty all-encompassing, and I was lucky to do other stuff while I was doing it. But I'm kind of looking forward to spreading it out, throwing shit against the wall, and seeing what sticks. But I don't know. But John and I are working on a couple of things.
We're working on one thing.
Yeah, we're working on one.
You know what we're working on. None of you can expect what we're working on.
You have no idea. You guys have
no idea what's coming. You stupid stooges.
That one dude in the hat knows what's going on. Dude in the A's hat.
You're gonna get it. A's hat and a Raiders shirt. Jesus, where are you from?
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming out.
Yes, if there's nothing else, how about a hand for Nick Kroll, everybody?
Thank you, John Mulaney, for doing
No,
this.
this was my pleasure. Thanks for paying for dinner. Adult beginners.
Tell people, so I'm not going to do pictures of everyone, but if anybody wants to take a picture right now, John and I will stand here like this.